we're just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. 54. I'm on. Let's go.
Lock now on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Check in. I got you, Pop. Hard.
Now Rosen back into his end zone. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Right there.
Here's Locke. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check 3.
3rd and long. It's Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Alert, alert, alert.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, tighten down, tighten down. There you go. Check safety, check safety. Run down.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready?
Penny, the 1st down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Block now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Block. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd down, Lock. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. coming up at the half. A reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Rosen will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Check nickel. Check it back. Kill. Go. He's coming, double up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rosen. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. At the 45-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Coming after you. Shift. Watch the shift.
80. 6'6", bullet high.
Here's Rosen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, You've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They're going on fourth down. Rosen. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there of 22. Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
45, 45, Mike, 45. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. His throw caught right around the 6. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's Matthew McCrane now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McCrane able to knock this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On 2nd and 11 now. Block. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Block going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
No.
Hey, dude.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Detroit. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On first down, Jones pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Jones, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Set, ready.
45. It's been a long day for you. Check 9, check 9. Chest, chest, chest.
Hug, hug. 80. Right.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set, ready.
Get this.
Alert, alert, alert.
Shot 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Hug.
Now Rosen on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Watch the safety creep. Quarter.
Rosen to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Bilal Nichols able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You draw forfeit. Hey, high 7.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Hey, alert, alert.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Check.
Check 45 to Mike. Let's
Hug.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Mike 45.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
check 45.
Here's Jones. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Back to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
That's what I'm talking about. Set all day, baby. Start Tennessee. You can't stop me.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with